big time in this game, and they're getting and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Touchdown, the Ravens. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
5-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Recovered by the defense.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. What a run there. I mean, you got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z. And
throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 22-yard scamper. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Lining up for the extra point.
The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. taken in the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Jackson, he's going to keep it himself.
7 at the Bengals' 29-yard line.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
4-yard line.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit.
And he is going to go down, back at the 11-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Forced out to his left. He can, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Justin Tucker lining up.
The defense was almost too good on that play.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Allen. This pass complete to Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
25 yards.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a while.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far. That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, three things can happen, and two of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Jackson's going to look to run it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. And now he's going to use his legs. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Back now in Baltimore. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson finding the end zone yet again. And this offense is running away with this one. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three things. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this will be incomplete.
The fake extra point. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and